Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Mariota. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Back him down at the 49. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. This one left side, caught by Patterson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Mariota now. Another completion right back to Patterson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Again, it's Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, 42 yards. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Going up top for Kupp. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
He's brought down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 7. And the Rams 1st down.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, 29 yards. And the Rams respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. 7-7, our score after one. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson, 27 yards. And the Rams have moved out in front. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Got a man, it's London. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Break him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. first and 10, it's Patterson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Brandon Powell. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Powell on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. Now Stafford. And that one complete downfield to Kupp. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 50, Stafford. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash catch. It's a 43-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Youngway Koo for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up the lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment you go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run on first down with Akers. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take over here near the 40. So a potential momentum shifter there. Working with a 2-score lead third quarter. But that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point. But
he's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Falcons. Drake London, 61 yards. And the Falcons are back without a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-21. Following a touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The football going back to the Rams now. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Stafford on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Throw right side, gonna be caught by Higbee. They're gonna hurry back to the line now. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Here's Robinson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Stafford going to give this to Akers. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago. But that turnover there means we have a game again.
It's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Koo knocks this one to the post, and that will tie us at 24. So the interception set up a terrific field position of 3 points. The end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, LA! 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Straight ahead, Patterson brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. On third down, Mariota. Complete to Zacchaeus. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. Fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. On the return is Powell. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
And so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And quickly, they get to the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. Going right back to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's a run with Akers on second down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. Now moving with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
It seems like a short distance, but a yard in this situation, not easily done. So big compliments to the guys up front for creating some space, especially the guy taking the snap and finding a spot, finding a sliver, an opening, and making it work.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happier then.
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.